Rachel and Kayleen McAdams are in Plymouth, England, trying to solve the lingering mysteries on the paternal side of their mother's family. They've just discovered that Bovescent House, where their 3 times great-grandfather worked as a footman, still exists.
Appreciate it. Nice to meet you too.
They're on their way there to get a first-hand glimpse into who William was and what became of him.
Before I had seen Downton Abbey, a footman wouldn't have meant as much to me. Now I have all kinds of associations. I'm excited. I'm excited too. It still exists, it's still standing. We actually can go inside and look around. I mean, it's amazing. Yeah. What do you think his life was like as a servant? I don't know. I'm really curious as to why his wife and child weren't with him. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. Wow.
Hi there. Hi, come in.
Hi.
Come in.
Hi, I'm Kayleen.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Hi,
Hi, Rachel. Hi.
Nice to meet
Come
you.
in.
Thank you. Oh, so beautiful. Wow.
And this is where your ancestor worked.
Oh my goodness. So would he have answered the door?
He would have been front of house, yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
the first smiling face you see
The meet and greet.
would have been William
That
Gale.
would have been him. This is the dining room.
Oh, wow. Oh, lovely. Oh my
Have
goodness.
a seat.
We found a census,
Yeah.
1851.
Okay.
We found our 3 times great-grandfather, William Gale.
Oh, yeah. He's the top male servant. He's only one down from the governess.
Wow.
So he would have also been in charge of the other servants.
Right.
And as a footman, he would be responsible for things like the china, the glass, the silverware, very much the male servant's preserve.
In Victorian-era England, over 1 million people worked as domestic servants. A footman was considered a visible representative of the house and was often hired based on his height and physical attractiveness. While the labor was demanding and involved long hours, a service job was a coveted position that offered the lower classes an opportunity to earn good wages and respect. A footman like William Gale served at the constant call of his employer, often sacrificing much of his own personal life.
William Gale would have been a real presence in the household.
Where would he have lived then?
He would have lived here. And it's just a shame none of the servants' quarters are still there. You can't see them, but they would have had rooms upstairs.
So I guess we're wondering where Elizabeth Creeper was.
Because he was married, wasn't he, by the time he's
Right.
working here, and he has a young son. So where's William Gale's wife and child?
Exactly. Yeah, they weren't in the census.
Yeah, well, a lot of the servants are married, but their spouses, husbands, wives, are not living in this house. That was quite normal for the time.
Oh, okay.
Here, this is the 1851 census in a parish called Trenchard. This is a small village 25 miles away.
There she is. Elizabeth
Oh,
Gale.
yeah. Elizabeth Gale.
William Henry Creeper Gale. And he's one. So her son was with her.
All right, that's our two
Elizabeth's
times
son.
great-grandfather.
Yeah.
So how often would William have seen his family?
Probably once a month, I'd say, maximum.
Oh.
Why?
Trenchard is a long way away, would have been, a good few hours in a coach.
And he probably would have had to get back the same day.
Yeah, there's no off days, really,
Right.
and it's 24/7.
How involved, really, could he have been in, William Henry Creeper's life?
The servant's first duty is to the family of the house, not to their own family.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how would William and Elizabeth have met?
We can look at this one. This is
What is this?
a census from 10 years before this one. It's 1841.
Well, there's William. 20.
Yeah.
There she is. Elizabeth Creeper.
Also 20. Wow.
Oh, so she actually worked for this same man.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
She's listed as a servant, so that's how they met.
That's how they met.
Yeah.
That's nice to know.
Yeah.
That's, wow.
And then they probably worked
Very
together
romantic.
for a long time.
So it's such a shame that she couldn't stay in
the same house with him
Yeah.
and had, you know, went so far away.
But also, if she's got children too, it might be one thing to have a servant spouse living in the house, it's another thing to have their children.
That would never happen.
No.
They would have spent every day together and then suddenly barely seen each other at all.
I feel bad for him that, you know, I imagine it was very lonely. He's you know, building up someone else's family while, you know, and so disjointed from his own. So I imagine it was a tough spot to be in.
He's doing the best for them that he can, and for him, that meant staying here.
Is there anything in the 1861 census of him, or?
I'm afraid he doesn't make the 1861 census. This is his death certificate.
Oh. So 1860 is the death of William Gale. 40 years old. That's
So he
not
died
very old.
pretty young.
And
What's the
cause of death.